So we all know what would happen if time stopped. Clocks would freeze, cars would be stuck in midair. People would be forever frozen in whatever position they happened to be in at the moment time stopped. But what if this happened except for you? What if time stopped, but you were the only one who was still able to move? Well, here's what would happen. Fact 1. Time freezes. You don't. If time suddenly froze, the first thing you'd notice is that everything around you seems to have stopped moving. Hands on the clock, the movement of traffic, even the flow of conversation in the middle of a sentence. All of this would appear to halt abruptly. However, you'd still be aware of your own movement and the passage of time. Confused and disoriented, you wouldn't understand why nothing around you is moving. This would continue until your body eventually freezes, which brings us to fact number 2. You can't breathe anymore because air doesn't move. Since the molecules that make up air are in a constant state of motion, this means that air is moving even when it appears still to our eyes. When time stops, these molecules also stop moving, without air molecules in motion. There's no longer any difference between the air outside your body and the air inside your lungs. This means that the air inside your lungs would no longer be under pressure, causing them to deflate. Consequently, you'd be unable to breathe and would quickly suffocate. Fact 3. Light stops too. You go blind. Light travels in waves. It moves from one place to another. But if time stops, so does light. All the photons that make up the light waves around you would come to a standstill. This means that no light would be able to reach your eyes, plunging you into total darkness. Since your brain would no longer receive any visual input, it would eventually shut down, meaning you go blind. Fact 4. Your mind becomes the universe. When time stops, the universe itself effectively freezes. Everything is locked in a single eternal moment. In this timeless state, your mind becomes the center of the universe. All the thoughts, emotions, and memories contained within it become the only reality. Your mind is now the universe, and the universe is your mind. All the complexities of existence are reduced to the simplicity of your inner world. You are both the observer and the observed. You are everything and nothing. Your mind, once confined within the boundaries of your skull, now stretches to the limits of infinity. It expands, contracting, creating and destroying universes with every thought. You have become a god in your own right. You can create galaxies, annihilate stars, all with the power of your imagination. You are no longer subject to the laws of physics or the constraints of reality. You exist outside of time, free from the limitations of space. You are truly alone, utterly and completely alone. Fact 5. Could you start time again? With the realization that you are the only living being in a universe full of non-living beings, a new question arises. Can you restart time? The answer is yes, but it comes at a great cost. To start time again, you must relinquish your godlike powers and accept your mortality once more. In doing so, you'll bring the universe back to life, allowing time to flow once more. However, in doing so, you will also lose the vast knowledge and understanding you have gained in your time as a god. You would be like a small child again, unaware of the mysteries of the universe and your place in it. So the question remains, would you start time again and become mortal? Or would you choose to remain a god in an empty universe? Time is a fundamental aspect of our existence. It shapes our lives, guides our actions, and gives meaning to our memories. But what if the flow of time were to change, not for the entire universe, but just for us? What if we found ourselves in a reality where time moved differently for us than for the rest of the world? How would we cope with the implications of such an extraordinary situation? These are the kind of thought experiments that can help us better understand our place in the universe. Even if the scenario we just discussed is highly unlikely, it still poses some interesting questions about the nature of time and our existence. Now watch.
Oh, what if everyone in the world suddenly vanished?
Or check out, what if you were the last person alive? Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more from Mind Vault.